And that is the Soviets document case from Escape from Tarkov. Or, I guess this is from real life, but this is the one that they feature in the game. That's a pretty cool piece of history right there. Now, if you're late to the wipe like Uncle Josivan is, Pleminik, there's one piece of gear that you're going to want to prioritize. The documents case. Uncle Josivan's favorite piece of gear in all of Escape from Tarkov. Well, his favorite case. Not his favorite gear. His favorite gear usually has triggers that get pulled and bullets that explode. The documents case is going to be probably the best way to expand the usefulness of your secure container. Even better than putting a Propitol or a Grizzly survival kit in it. Now, Pleminik, you can try to find the documents case at one of the following loot locations. The only issue is it's super elusive and rare. Uncle Josivan has never found one in the raid. Your other option is going to be trying to do the quests Punisher level 5 or Nostalgia if you're level 20. So who really has time for that? I mean, come on. Uncle Josivan wasn't even level 20 this wipe until 1 month before the next wipe was announced. Your best option is going to be Therapist. She has a trait for it at level 13. So you're going to want to start collecting every single horse statue that you can get your hands on. The only problem is she wants a bunch of nonsense for it, including the 15 horse statues and the bronze lion statue that weighs 16 pounds. It's literally the only thing Uncle Josivan can put in his backpack. And trust your old Uncle Josivan when he tells you that the cat statue is super elusive. He actually had to wait until he was level 15 and buy one off the flea market. He had everything else, including the bronze lion statue or two. Now, here to tell you all about the documents case is Uncle Josivan's friend, Operator Red. Alright, shooters, it's great to be back. I'll be totally honest with you, I'm not really sure what Uncle Josivan wants me to do here. Well, the documents case in Escape from Tarkov is real, and that is my job to review real gear. I don't have one. No, Red. Yeah, you're mistaken. Your job is to give Uncle Josivan a break because his voice gets sore. We actually got the documents case shipped from overseas. It's right here. Okay. Now this thing's coming all the way from Ukraine, so we'll be a little bit careful while we're opening it up. We won't do the usual stab and drag that we normally do. Just kidding. I really only know how to unbox things one way. Alright. That's looking pretty good. I think it actually looks just like from the game. Man, this... Wow! That smells absolutely... Soviet. Alright, this is really from a different era. We're unboxing a piece of history here. This is some... Well, it smells like 1980s, let's be honest. Wow, this is in really fantastic condition. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is real leather or whatever the Soviets were calling real leather back in the day. But, woo! Oh, there's the lanyard and the body strap. That's definitely real leather there. Wow. Now, normally I like to rip on the communists for not knowing how to do anything except for building the AK-47, but this actually looks pretty well put together. Looks like it's got an acrylic panel there so that you can put something that you can easily see. It's got that top folding area so that you can slide something in, and it's blocked at the bottom there so it doesn't fall out. Looks like you should be able to store about 5 pens or pencils there. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 pens or pencils. And then, room for something a little bit bigger. Maybe a big Sharpie. At least that's what I'd put in there. Now, it looks like we've got some folders in here. It looks like it's got another acrylic panel there so that you could probably put up something a little bit bigger, like a map there, and have it fold out. You know, keep it from getting rained on. It's also got this, I guess, privacy screen in case there's some more sensitive documents that you want to keep inside the folder area. It also does have a much bigger pocket down here so that you can fold up some papers and put them in there. It looks like, actually, let me check in with my producer here and grab a page of script paper. Yeah, just as I thought, it's actually too small to hold a regular 8.5 by 11. I guess the Soviets were cutting their paper a little bit smaller because they were dirt poor. It smells cool. It smells like history. Alright, now we got the strap. It fell out while we were unpackaging it. Now they were nice enough to cover every bit of chrome on this thing and some bubble wrap so that it didn't damage the leather when it shipped. That was pretty smart. Alright, now let's see what we can fit inside the Soviet documents case. Go ahead and throw it on there. Oh, it looks pretty good. So now because of that bottom buckle, we can actually open it up and access the main storage compartment from here without having to open up the whole case. We can go ahead and throw a tablet in there. Looks like it has a little bit more room. Well, PMEGs are the universal measurement, so let's go ahead and use those to see just how much we can fit inside this documents case.
And let's see here.
That's 1. That's 2.
3.
4. 4 PMEGs brings it right up to the top. And that's not even getting into the documents section, but I think that's probably all PMEGs we're gonna fit in this thing. Oh, that fattens it up pretty good. Now, it's actually pretty easy to reach in and out of this thing. You know, you can probably do it with one hand if you got that buckle down. Now we get over to the stationary side here, and let's try to fit a modern day pen in there. Now, it's a bit of a tight fit, but it gets in there really quick, and it's pretty snug. That's not going anywhere. We got a regular everyday pencil, number 2 HP. Oh, and it's even got this little lip here to make sure that the pencil isn't drawing on everything inside the container. Well, that's fantastic. That fits in there nice and snug just as well. Now we've got the extra large Sharpie, or the super Sharpie. This is the main one that I use. Usually you'll find me having one tucked into my plate carrier somewhere over here. Perfect, it fits into that big slot just fine. And looks like it closes perfectly okay just as well. Now we're gonna try sliding something into this clear panel here just to see what it looks like when we're looking through the other side. So we got the perfect thing right here. We actually have a cute little Lego print of Uncle Josivan. His mom went ahead and did that one up for him. We're gonna see how well it looks through the documents case. Oh, look at that. He looks right at home there. And definitely about 20 shades yellower. And that is the Soviets document case from Escape from Tarkov. Or I guess this is from real life, but this is the one that they feature in the game. That's a pretty cool piece of history right there. In Escape from Tarkov, the documents case only has 16 conjoined squares in a 4x4 configuration, which, come to think of it, is actually more than what the real one should be able to hold. Now, just like the secure container that we reviewed last time, the documents case is going to have a limit on the kinds of items that it can store in it because of restrictive gameplay mechanics. Those items are right here on the list. Now, that might be a bit of a small list, but keep in mind how many keys there are, and immediately that list becomes a whole lot longer. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what if I just used a key tool? The documents case is a lot more versatile, and the items on that list, some of them are some of the most valuable items in the game, which immediately makes the documents case that much more critical to your raid's loadout. If you find a Bitcoin or something else like an SSD, and you want to keep it in your secure container, the documents case makes a great expansion slot to your secure container. Now, you can take up to 3 of the documents cases into raid with you, and you can put them all in your secure container. But we recommend only taking 1, as the rarity to the items that you can fit in it will keep you from usually filling it up. Now, in game, the documents case takes up 2 squares in a 2x1 configuration, meaning you can fit it inside the secure container alpha. But the question's actually been raised around the studio here as to whether or not the documents case will be able to fit in the actual secure container alpha in real life, the Pelican Storm IM2050. And we've got one over here from the last video that we did, so we can actually give it a try. Now, IRL, the secure container alpha, or Pelican IM2050, has an impressive internal volume, but the documents case is going to be too big to fit inside. In fact, it completely overlaps the Pelican. Sorry, it's not quite realistic. But don't let that take you out of the immersive gameplay. Now, if you have any questions about the documents case, the real one, or the one in the game, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Now, if you like these Tarkov IRL gear reviews, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can come back and see the next one. And if there's a different piece of gear you want to see reviewed, go ahead and let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's get back to Uncle Josivan. Well, thank you for another fantastic review, Red. Your check is in the mail, just like the last 3. We don't actually pay him. We just tell him the check is in the mail. He believes us. Make sure that you get one of the documents cases in your loadout, Pleminik. The last thing you want is to get a Bitcoin and not have any room in it in your secure container when a scav blasts you from a bush on customs. To watch Uncle Josivan blast someone on a bush from customs, check out this next video. Woobly boobly. I'll see you there. No, where is the documents case? Did Red take it?